All right, so we're going to see if this Laura Mercier new concealer is going to be able to tackle and hide these dark circles right here. Hey guys, welcome to my video. It's Cammy J Official, so let's start the show. My name is Cammy. Welcome back to my channel. Let's go ahead and get right to the video. So today I will be reviewing on my dark circles, the new Laura Mercier Real Flawless Weightless Perfecting Serum Concealer. So this concealer retails for 33 of your big dollars, and for $33 you get 0.18 ounces of product. So this concealer comes in 22 different shades. It claims that it is medium coverage and has a natural finish, and it's also said that this is really good for dark circles. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how this looks with a full face of makeup on. So I am going to spray my face with the MAC Prep and Prime spray. And for moisturizer, I am going to use my Your Skin Daily Facial Moisturizer. And now that I have that on, I'm going to use my Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer Natural Skin Perfector as pretty much my base or my foundation. All right, so I'm gonna shake this up and apply the foundation. I really like this Laura Mercier product because it is super lightweight, and that is what I like when it comes to complexion products. I'm gonna use my Real Techniques foundation blending brush, spray it with some water. So this is the applicator for this concealer. It is a tiny applicator, but it does have a slight bend at the top to help, you know, get into those hard to reach corners of the eye. So my shade in this is the shade 4N2. So I'm going to start with this eye right here. I'm gonna start with just a couple dots like so to see if we're gonna need a lot or a little bit of this. I'm hoping for $33. A little bit goes a long way. And I am going to take my beauty blender. I'm going to dampen it with some water. And we're gonna see how well this is able to blend in. All right, so now let's blend this in. So again, this is just the 3 dots on this side for the concealer. We're gonna see how much coverage we're able to get. All right, so this is the side with the 3 little dots of concealer here. And as you can see, it does have coverage to it, but I definitely still see the dark circles breaking through right there. So I am going to layer this up again. This time I'm gonna use a lot more. The formulation for this is definitely very creamy. I will give it that. It is definitely very creamy. It feels very smooth on the skin, and it's also feeling like it's very lightweight, which I like as well. So you can see we put significantly more concealer on, okay, because dark circles here. So I'm gonna try to see with this amount on here if she's going to make a difference. Now this side of my eye definitely has the worst amount of hyperpigmentation than this side. So I kind of already knew, you know, I was gonna have to use a lot more to kind of make this happen. So we've blended it out. I've put a whole lot more on there. And this is what we are looking like with 2 layers of this on. So I'm looking in my mirror here. I can definitely see it has a lot of coverage there. It covered a lot more when I used a lot more, right? But even with me using a lot more on the bad eye, the eye that has a lot more hyperpigmentation, y'all, I still see the hyperpigmentation breaking through there and also on the bridge of the nose. But I'm gonna move on to this eye that doesn't have as much hyperpigmentation, and let's see how it does when the hyperpigmentation is not so bad. All right, so I'm gonna take this again. I'm gonna just take a couple more dots here. Actually, you know what? Let's not even play with it. Okay, I already know I'm probably gonna need a lot more from the experiment with the other eye. So I'm just gonna take it down like I would do any other concealer, let it sit there for a little. All right, now that this is sat on my face for a little, I'm going to blend it out here. All right. So it seems like this side is giving more coverage than the other side. And again, I let this sit just a little bit longer. And I went in with an aggressive amount of concealer because I know my dark circles, right? I just tried it out with a little bit to see if it was going to do something. All right, so this is blended and honestly looking splendid. Again, the hyperpigmentation is not as aggressive on this eye, but looking at it here, guys, I feel like, okay, this looks like something. This looks like it is doing something for this eye. So I guess the trick with this one is to let it sit for at least 30 seconds to, a minute. It's very liquidy, so it's not going to dry out on you and be super hard to blend. But letting it sit that way and kind of seeing it here, it does look a lot better than the side where I really didn't let it sit and built it up. But please comment below and let me know what you think about how each side is looking. To me, this looks good with the one layer. So now I'm going to move to the next part, which is honestly one of the most crucial parts to me when testing out a concealer / color corrector is this going to gray all the way out when I do my normal makeup steps? So the next step for me would be to lightly add a layer of setting powder just to kind of make sure that everything melts into the face. So I am going to use here my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder in the color Honey. This is the talc-free version. I'm going to use about this much setting powder, not too much because I don't go heavy in under the eyes. And I am just going to gently set wherever I put that concealer. All right, so both under eyes have been set, so you guys let me know how it looks to you. I did set it lightly with that setting powder, and as of right now, I don't really see a whole bunch of hyperpigmentation breaking through. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go off camera. I'm gonna come back with the rest of my makeup, pretty much applied and done. And I'm gonna give you my overall thoughts on this product to let you know if it's that good and if you should run out to the store and go spend your $33 now to get it. All right, y'all, so this is the final look. I just did a very simple makeup look. So my final verdict on this Laura Mercier Weightless Perfecting Serum Concealer. All in all, I can say that without any color correction, I feel like my face actually looks pretty good to me. Now, when I do look in my mirror over here, I can see like on the sides a little bit of the hyperpigmentation on the bridge of my nose breaking through, just a little bit of grayness here and a touch of grayness there. But for me to be able to get this kind of face going without having to do the step of color correction, I have to say I'm a little bit impressed with this. Now for the pros of this, of this concealer. One of the pros is it has a medium coverage. It is buildable. As you guys can see, I was able to build it up. It's very lightweight, so that is a positive thing. It does not feel like I have a ton of concealer on my face, which some people are concerned about. They want to wear their makeup but not feel like they have a lot on. This is definitely giving that for me. I love how creamy it is, and I also love how easy it is to blend this in. Like, even though I had to blend a couple of times, this blended into my face very easily. I also like the fact that it is a natural finish, as they say. Like, it doesn't look like my under eyes are heavy or cakey. They still have like a skin-like kind of smoothness, but it also has a little bit of dewiness as well. So I really like that they made this in a natural finish. So if you are a natural finish type of girly, or even a dewy type of makeup girly, this will work for you. If you like more of the very matte look, then just simply, set this with a lot more setting powder. So those were the pros. Now I'll get into the cons of this. Now, when it comes to the price point for this, $33 for 0.18 ounces to me is a lot. This is definitely an expensive, higher end concealer for sure. So the price gives me pause there for the amount that you get. Another thing that I think is a con for this is if you have dark circles that are as severe as mine, or worse, you're going to find yourself using a lot more of this product to get that buildability, to get that coverage. And the more product you have to use means the faster this is going to end up depleting for you. So you have to kind of weigh the cost to what you get for the coverage wise. So that's another thing. Now, a third con that I would have for this new Laura Mercier concealer, honestly, y'all, is the fact that the shade range is not all it's cracked up to be. Now, you may think, oh yeah, it has 22 shades, and you may think that is enough, but honestly, when I went there, it was tough for me to actually find the right concealer shade, even though there were 22 options. And now the other thing that's kind of wild to me is the Laura Mercier display that I saw in Sephora. It displayed the concealer, and there was like a color panel that was there to correspond with the concealer color. And many of them seemed like it was very off to me. So even when I went online, I initially ordered this online and matched my color as best as I could. The color was completely gray for me. So I had to return it, go into Sephora and actually like swatch this on my face to find my correct shade. So overall, would I recommend as a dark circles girly, would I recommend you pick this up for $33? I'm actually going to say that this would be worth the try for $33 if you are looking for something that is a one-stop shop for dark circles, right? And especially if this is on sale, then this is a definite buy. But guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also, please consider subscribing to my channel, clicking on that notification bell so that way you know whenever I post more videos. But as always, guys, stay safe, stay blessed, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.